Hello, I'm Matthew Malcolm with American Vineyard Magazine, reporting to you from Napa, California, where the California Association of Wine Grape Growers just held their annual Awards of Excellence dinner program. Tonight, CAWG awarded their highest honor, the Grower of the Year Award, to Steve Schafer of Schafer Ranches and San Joaquin Wine Company, based in Madera, California. And here's the program that followed.
The highest honor given by CAWG is bestowed to an individual, family, or company that represents an outstanding example of excellence in viticulture and management. The recipient is an efficient and successful producer of quality wine grapes, recognized for innovation and leadership within the industry. This year we recognize and honor Steve Schafer of Schafer Ranch and San Joaquin Wine Company with the 2018 Grower of the Year Award. As a wine grape grower and vintner, Steve is deeply invested and involved in all aspects of the wine and wine grape industries. His visionary leadership and proactive efforts to advance sustainable wine growing practices have helped ensure that his and other vineyard and winery operations continue to be successful. Following in their father's footsteps, Steve and his brother Mike run Schafer Ranch in Madera. The operation produces wine grapes, raisin grapes, and other crops. Steve manages nearly 1,400 acres of wine grapes, including Zinfandel, Cabernet Sauvignon, Chardonnay, Merlot, Grenache, Petit Syrah, Muscat, Finelli, and Ruby Red. 13 years ago, Steve and his wife Cindy founded San Joaquin Wine Company, a venture which he refers to as the fulfillment of a personal passion. 4 years later, they launched their own wine production with 4 varietals under the Moody Press Cellars label, and has grown to include more varietals and labels. The company's mission is simple: to produce the highest quality wines possible at affordable prices from select local grape varieties. And he does a shining job of representing what Madera can produce. Since joining CAWG in 2000, Steve has been a well-respected leader in our organization, serving on the board and as chairman. He has continued to support CAWG. Last year, he hosted a CAWG Pack event at his winery and graciously donated that excellent wine. Steve's leadership also includes serving on the Pearson's Disease Classic and Sharpshooter Board, Fresno Madera Farm Credit Board of Directors. He's also a Wine Institute District Director. Steve has shared his expertise and insight at grower education meetings and in numerous industry and local news stories. Sustainable wine growing is an issue that Steve has championed for a very long time. Many years ago, he said a focus on sustainability is critical for our survival. And that's a statement that's visionary in nature. He was an early board member of the California Sustainable Wine Growing Alliance. He is an original member of the Sustainable Wine Growing Joint Committee, which convened in 2001 by CAWG and Wine Institute to provide leadership and guidance for the development of the Comprehensive California Code of Sustainable Wine Growing Workbook. The committee has provided technical guidance for the Sustainable Wine Growing Program and helps develop updates to certified California Sustainable Wine Growing. Steve was one of the many who provided expertise and time to that workbook, which was no easy task. Steve was featured in CSWA's California Wine Community Sustainability Report 2009 about his proactive sustainable practices, including no-till to reduce dust and conserve water, reduced energy use to improve air quality, and the use of solar. When the San Joaquin Valley Air Pollution Control District adopted new district rules for dust and diesel control, Steve was already way ahead of the game and implemented those required practices. In the report, he said, quote, "An attribute of sustainable wine growing program is that it has touched every grower in California and elevated every grower in the state to improve practices and their way of farming. Because the program elevates wine growing in California as a whole, it helps differentiate us from the rest of the world. And at the same time, the SWP encourages growers to continually improve by implementing better practices. Growers need to be willing to innovate and to think outside the box, and also be aware of how we impact the community around us. Wise words indeed from Steve. CAWG board member Vintner shared this message about Steve. Steve and his family are staples in the Central Valley wine grape community. Not only does he grow top quality wine grapes, but he also owns a diversified operation that includes raisins, figs, and almonds. As a past chairman of CAWG and an innovative farmer and a dedicated member of his community, Steve is extremely deserving of this recognition. Steve, thank you for being a visionary leader, for trying to make our industry better, and for making a difference. It is my privilege to present to you the 2018 Grower of the Year Award. Please join me in welcoming Steve Schafer to the stage.
I've just got to add that Steve is definitely deserving of this great honor bestowed by CAWG. Read more about Steve in the July issue of American Vineyard Magazine. I'm Matthew Malcolm, CaliforniaAgNet.com.